Picture this: Gi-hun, once an ordinary man, now haunted by the shadows of the surreal nightmare he barely survived. It's been 3 long years since he walked away from that twisted competition that left a trail of bodies and a prize pool soaked in blood. But the lure of Squid Game isn't something you just forget or walk away from. With a chilling resolution, Gi-hun is back this time, driven by something far more dangerous than survival. He's on a mission to dismantle the entire twisted institution from the inside out, a place that thrives on human desperation and creates millionaires from the agony of others. That's the hook for Season 2, a season that promises to go beyond the mere blood sport and delve into something darker, something that, frankly, might just reveal the true rot at the core of the game itself. Now, Netflix gave us a small peek teaser. And let me tell you, it's enough to make your skin crawl. Gi-hun isn't the only familiar face returning. There's the mysterious front man, the man behind the mask, and Hwang Jun-ho, the detective who started piecing together the game's mysteries last season. There's tension thick enough to slice as we see Gi-hun standing side by side with new contestants, ordinary people thrown into extraordinary peril. This season isn't just about repeating the past carnage, it's about peeling back layers, revealing motivations, and yes, facing new games designed to test the limits of humanity and sanity. Gi-hun's mindset this time around. It's different. There's a weight to him, a purpose that wasn't there before. In Season 1, he stumbled, almost naively, through each round, but now Gi-hun is back, armed with the memories of that first game and experience that's morphed into a kind of nightmare-fueled knowledge. He's no longer the pawn, he's a man on a mission, someone who's seen behind the curtain and survived, a rarity in this brutal arena. And when you consider what's driving him, it's not just money or revenge, it's a deeper desire to tear down the injustice that fuels this human spectacle. And just as thrilling, we're meeting some fresh faces. This season boasts a stellar cast that's bound to add depth and intrigue. There's Yim Si-won, Kang Han-nol, Park Sung-hoon, Yam Dong-gun, and others, each with their own stories, secrets, and likely an inner darkness ready to be coaxed out by the game's sick demands. These aren't one-dimensional characters placed just to die. They're players who carry their own burdens, ambitions, and regrets, making the stakes that much more personal and the outcome that much more unpredictable. This time around, the games aren't just rehashing the sadistic formulas we saw in Season 1. No, the creators have hinted at something more elaborate, more psychological. Games that don't just test physical endurance or dumb luck, but draw out every ounce of mental grit and moral fiber. Squid Game has always been about pushing people to their absolute limits, seeing what lies at the end of their rope, and Season 2 promises to go even further. I wouldn't be surprised if we see moral dilemmas that twist the soul. The kind of decisions that make you wonder if you'd ever be able to look at yourself in the mirror afterward. The mind games, the traps, every element will be ratcheted up to a new level of intensity. This isn't just survival, it's survival with a psychological price tag. And let's talk about the creator Hang Dong-hak, the mastermind behind Squid Game. This is his baby, his world, and he's returned to steer it with a clear vision for Season 2. He's promised to dig deeper into the backstories of these characters, giving us glimpses of who they were before desperation drove them into the game's clutches. Dong-hyuk has suggested that Gi-hun's return is less about playing by the game's rules and more about subverting them from within. It's rebellion in its rawest form, a vendetta disguised as a competitor's second chance. The game has become a stage for Gi-hun to expose the brutality, a stage where he can rewrite the rules, even if it kills him. So where does that leave us as viewers? In for a thrill, yes, but also for a story that's more complex, more layered, and definitely more psychological. Squid Game has always been about more than gore or spectacle. It's a reflection, a grim portrayal of what people are capable of when the chips are down. And that, my friends, makes it not just a show, but a social mirror. The draw here isn't just in seeing who survives, but in watching how each character, each person, transforms or unravels as the pressure mounts. The frontman might hold the power, the games might enforce the rules. But this season, the focus shifts from just surviving to fighting back, resisting the game's grip on humanity. We've already heard whispers that this won't be the final season. There's a third installment in the works, expected to tie up the saga in 2025. This second season, then, is the build-up, the precursor to the grand finale, where the stakes will likely reach their ultimate height. Imagine a showdown not just between players, but between the very fabric of what makes us human and the cold machinery of a game designed to crush it. For now, all we can do is wait, speculate, and brace ourselves. Squid Game isn't just returning to our screens, it's returning with a vengeance, with a mission to push every boundary, unsettle every comfort, and force us to question just how far we'd go if survival were on the line. If Season 1 was a taste of the abyss, then Season 2 is a plunge into its very depths. If you're ready for this dark thrill ride, keep your eyes on the channel, and don't forget to dive into the comments to share your theories or fears about what lies ahead for Gi-hun and this ever-twisting game. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. For more details, check out the description, and stay tuned because this journey is about to get even darker.